Hello, welcome to the Retro Robin Show with me, Wayne, and of course Emo there, my AI who likes to dance to AY Robot. What's on today's show? We've got a whole host of things. In fact, the show is absolutely jam-packed. There was at least 6 or 7 crash smashes in this one particular magazine. December 1984, we'll go to crash issue number 11, 85 pence. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, of course. We'll also be looking at a Mike Daly classic, but not on the usual platform. We're going to be playing it on the Sam Coupe. You probably already know what that game is, but I haven't played it on the Sam Coupe before now. I'm going to give it a go and give it a review and tell you what I think about it. Don't forget, today's show is all about my personal opinion. Yours may differ, and if indeed it does, please leave your comments in the comments below. I appreciate them, and I will try and reply to them. Brett from Bapstar's Arcade, or Retro Gaming Punch, or one of the other 100 YouTube channels, has brought a couple of games round for me to play on the Commodore Amiga, so we're going to have a go on an Amiga game. In fact, it's an arcade game which has been, shall we say, put on the Amiga, and it's supposed to be fairly arcade accurate, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so real hardware. AY music will be provided by the Spectrum Plus 3, the Toast Rack, and of course the Harlequin 128K. If we get time, we'll slap a Commodore game in, Commodore 64. We will be playing the Commodore Amiga game. Hopefully it's going to work. Touch wood. I haven't tried it before, trying to get the Amiga through the capture card. Hey ho, what do you know? As always, if you like today's show, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and you know, share it around a little bit. Maybe you'll find somebody else that'll enjoy a little bit of nostalgia that I'll be providing for you. Good news about the Spectrum Next. If you're a backer, not long now, production has started, and if you've kept up with TJ's little posts, which I always like to give him a nudge here, TJ, do us a favour, mate. Make a video, inform the masses. There's something happening with the next even. I think I'm all out of breath now, and I'm ready to start today's show. What do you say, Emo? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Wow, a very rare cover. Issue number 11, December 1984. 85 pence. And that magazine was full of crash smashes, as you can see there, just listed. We're going to be having a look at all of those. Well, no, we're not. There's a couple of them that we just won't have time for, I'm afraid. But yeah, there's some great games there. I'm sure you've already seen most of them. What can I say about that magazine? Well, it's jam-packed full of action, isn't it? Absolutely jam-packed full of action. What phenomenal artwork. Just the use of shades of red, white and black, and you can get a picture that impacts you with so much. It's unreal. Music coming from the Toast Rack. Ooh, yeah, I've got the div MMC in it to run a TRD file, hence the reason why this game's playing. It's a good game as well. I'll tell you more about that. If you want to know, just ask and I'll let you know what the game is. Anyway, let's have a look at today's first game. So the first game, I'm not going to play it, I'm going to let it run through its demo. Would have cost you £5.95, it's 48k, indeed it is Machine Code. Let's give you the ratings are as follows. Oh yes, it's school days. Use of computer 92%, graphics 93%, playability 95%, getting started 92%, value for money and addictive qualities both got 94%. This game got a whopping rating of 93% overall. Does it deserve that rating all the years on? All these years on, I probably think, well, yeah. Love the loading screen. Indeed, it did say it was a reminder of the British TV show for kids called Grange Hill. Was it based on that? Who knows? Let's have a play of this game. I wasn't sure that was a bit brutal, but I remember playing this a lot when I was younger, and it does take a long time to play to get into. The writing swear words on the board was what I always enjoyed doing. thought it was a unique game. Most of the characters in it, as I get disturbed, most of the characters in it do remind me of people I went to school with, like the School Buddy, Boy Wonder, and all the usual characters. In fact, it's amazing how they're just sprites, but they seem to have character, don't they? They seem to have character. And yeah, I don't remember my school being loads of levels. There was only ever one place which the science room had more than 3 floors. The rest of it was basically on the ground. But generally speaking, it had all the makings of feeling like you was in an actual school, playing an actual game. And what the game did, it let your imagination fill in the bits for the characters. Well, was it a crash smash? Absolutely, it's a brilliant game. It's so good it got a sequel. Unique type of game, one that could probably never really be done again for any other computer system. Maybe I'm wrong in that, maybe I'm mistaken. But that's today's first choice. We're going to move on to the next choice, which I'm hopefully going to have a play of. Right then, we go into a big game here, one I love to play. I'm going to load it for a reason. I want you to see the loading screen because it is magnificent. Right, 3E Star Strike real-time software. Again, would have cost you £5.95. The authors of this was Ian Oliver, no relation to the Oliver twins as far as I know. Andrew Onions, really? Is that your second name? And Graham Bird. So it's would have give you user computer 93%, graphics 93%, playability 96%, getting started, and 91% addictive quality is 94%, which is also the same as value for money 94%. So far, the first 2 games have been exactly the same price, and spoiler alert, the next game is going to be the same price as well. Just a normal plain old loader, but why, what a loading screen we've got. 3D Star Strike, which is basically Star Wars. It's a rip-off version of it without nicking the name. The actual game Star Wars for the Spectrum, the original game, I don't think plays anywhere near as well as this one. Just look at the colours in that loading screen. I love it. You know, you've got reds, blues. There is colour clash really, but it's nothing to write home about. The fighter of the white and the yellow of the actual ship itself. Fantastic. Let's go on with playing this game. I might have neglected to mention the overall rating was 93%. I was coming to it. I'm just still waiting for it to load. I'm giving that build-up that you get when you wait for games to load. Okay, we loaded, and if I remember rightly, you've got to press down for up and up for down. But I like to be honest with you. Oh, thanks for that email. Do I want the keys? One key. Can I read this? No, I can't. Yeah, not easy. Wait a minute. Select for options. Oh. I forgot the keys were I and O, so yeah. Shoot the bullies before they knock your shield out. I will complete one level of this. It isn't a hard game to do. Oh yeah, you have to ease off the fire button, else your guns will overheat. Wireframe graphics are moving quite rapidly. Come here, you. Used to love the arcade cabinet. In fact, it's one of the most played games down at the Retro Man Cave, I believe, in the arcade archive. When it's up and running, everybody wants to go on that, and that's if you can actually get Neil off it, of course, because he's always on it. So I've been told. Yeah, well, I've got to get so many of these towers. As you get further on and you've completed it a few times, you get different types of towers. They get slightly higher, and you have to shoot the tower tops. How many shields have we got? Yeah. I'm still on level 1. And the arcade cabinet, you know, with this, the speech that was in there, samples they used, I thought were absolutely brilliant. So this one you got to dodge and shoot at the same time, those things on the side. And shoot the bullets as well. I've played this a few times, you can probably tell because I ain't that bad at it. But it isn't a game that's that hard, to be fair. That was close though. I keep letting my guns overheat, but then... Right, I think towards the end we've got to shoot left and right of the... That's it, and we've got it straight there. It's not quite the... we get to watch the explosion. And we get to start all over again. Not quite in the right aspect radius, I admit that, but fantastic. Did it stand the test of time? Is it still worth that rating today? I'm going to let myself die. Absolutely, 93%. I'd give it 95. Still think it's a great play. A little bit short, if anything. It's just a little bit short. I just wish the levels were slightly longer and it had a bit more game plan. But after watching the film Star Wars and you've got to play this, you really felt like you was Red 5 going in. Preferably not with the same end. Well, what do you think? Game that you remember fondly? I hope I've inspired you to play it all over again, because even to this day, it's still worth a play. I do love this tune. From the game Colorist in the background there. Yeah, Sir Lancelot. Interesting. This is 16k. It's very rare 16k's got a crash smash. Indeed, this one did. Author Stephen Cargill, I believe. Right, 16k, £5.95. So we got a bit of a pattern here. All the games so far are £5.95. Will that change? Well, you'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look at the ratings. Use of computer 90%, graphics 89%, playability 88%, getting started 93%, addictive qualities 89%, value for money 90%, overall rating then, well, it got 90%. I've played this before on my show and I like the loading screen. Didn't take long to load. Well, 16k never will take long to load, will it? We have a beeper tune. Lovely Lancelot. I just remember seeing that. I haven't got this game. This is I usually got an original of most games, but this one I'm afraid has escaped me. From 1984, Melbourne House. I never remember what the keys are, but I remember one thing for sure. Got to go around collecting everything. Just a platform really. Oh, and you can use space now. I think, is it? Yeah, you just gonna make it look easy, or maybe not, as the case may be. So I've got to go up to get down, have I? Alright, let's talk about prolonging the end sequence. Try again. Right. I know I can get that key in a minute, and I've got to go up there to get it, so can't jump through that gap by looks things, so there is only one way for me to go. That bird looks rather familiar. I'm trying to think where I've seen that bird before. Timing's going to be required here. Oh, too quick indeed. How many lives have I got? Looks like I've got 2 left. Oh, you didn't get to see him rise then. Although the game is colourful and it looks fairly simple, believe me, it's trickier than it looks. Well, just got to get this absolutely right. Right, he's coming back now. Big jump of faith. Can't go out of the room, so I presume it's... Oh no, I've missed it. Mind you, that shouldn't hurt any because I can drop down. Time's running out for me to get the last one. Time ran out. I got them all, but time ran out. I'm not going to do this, am I? I think it's time to put the cheat in. You don't get much chance. Hard concentration going on here. Oh, come on. Can't leave it at that. I've got to try and get off the first level at least. Just press jump to start. Away we go. I've got the idea of it now. 16k. You'd have been happy with this for 16k, wouldn't you? That wasn't very good. 5 lives by the looks of things, and I'm already down to 4. Or is it 4 lives and I'm down to 5? I like the fact you've got the your lives. They're not stationary. They're moving backwards and forwards on the actual screen itself. This time I should do it. Yes! Whew. Oh, great border effect. Great border. Ah! Oh, don't tell me I've got to... Can you jump over them, or have I got to drop down at the right time? Yep, I've got to drop down at the right time. No! No! How hard is this screen going to be? But I think I've got an idea on how to do this now. Oh, it's best if you die that you died near the top. I think I've worked that one out straight away. Oh, I got away with that last time, didn't I? I don't think you can jump over them, that's what it is. I'll try it, even though we'll move on. Die near the top. Oh, too early. I'll tell you what, for a 16k game, yeah, I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, it's a crash smash because it's simply 16k. So if you only had a 16k computer back in 1984, you'd have been more than happy with that. It's really difficult, but that's what makes it really playable. It's not the greatest of graphics, but then it's made up for it in, I don't know, there's just something about it. I couldn't tell you. As always, please remember to leave your comments in the comments below. Yes, we're going for one of my favourite games, Gargoyle Games 1984, Turn and Hug. And there's a great version of this that's coming out on the next played recently and has been featured more than enough times. That face in the woods always brings back a little bit of nostalgia for me. A bit like there was an adventure game I used to play as well that Avalon, I think it was called, that reminded me of that a little bit. This game, probably the most expensive of the lot so far. Could it be the most expensive of today at £9.95, 48k? Gary Files, Roy Carter, both the authors of this one. And yeah, used computer 82%, graphics 98% graphics. Well, there was a lot of work in just the flapping of his hair. I remember there was a lot of pixels. There was some big deal about that back in the day. Playability 88%, getting started 93%, addictive qualities 89%, value for money 90%, even though it's the most... Oh no, I've got that all wrong. 82 use of computer, 98 graphics, playability 93, getting started 95, addictive qualities 90, value for money 91%, overall 92%. I read the wrong bit. Oh well, I'm human, it's allowed to make mistakes occasionally, aren't I? I usually do it while I'm playing the game. Yeah, love the loading screen. It does all you need to do. It gives it that dark wood feeling. Greatly drawn graphics. Something just haunting about that face, isn't that? You don't know whether he's smiling, he's grimacing, or, you know, always reminds me a little bit of prehistoric man, the way he walks. But is that the case? Once it's loaded, you just simply get this little text. The text is even done in a great style. 1 enter to turn a knob, 2 save game, all free to restore game, so you could save your progress and load it at a later date, which indeed you would need to probably do. It would help if you had a pen and paper or a piece of graph paper when playing this game in order to draw the and I think what I need to do actually is I need to make sure that this is in the right mode. So we got our line behind us. I think we need to collect the axe. I've got to remember what the keys are. Oh yeah, we can turn around. You can quite easily get lost in this game. Yeah, but we pick things up. Helps when you're actually leaving the building to take a look around, because sometimes with this game there could be doors to the back or behind you. For instance, I'm going the wrong way, but it has been a while since I've played it. But we're going to go outside now and we're going to take a look around, a little stroll. And if you notice, there's one door there, but if we go this way there's 3 doors. We can't go into every one of the doors, but by going through various doors you can find yourself in different parts of the map. You will get a nasty... things don't exactly chase you, but they can be a pain in the neck. I like whether they're hedges or not, but yeah, you've got to look for these sort of things as well. Got to scroll. You need to pick those up, place them in certain areas. Now I've got to be careful there, because that thing can be quite a bridge, can't it? Yeah. A secret entrance, and I do remember that one well. Oh, yeah, and if you walk into that funny looking type 8 thing, you die. Well, yeah, it was a great game. However, it was one I could never complete simply because there were certain parts of the game I thought were ludicrous. Until I actually got the solution, you had to plant, I think, a spade at a certain point and then walk so many paces away, something like that. But definitely worth a crash smash. Great sprite, although standing facewards on is not probably his best attribute. I should have picked up the sword, I could have destroyed that. I totally agree, yeah. I'd say 90%, definitely a crash smash to this day. Love the game. Don't go back and play it very often because it's too long and drawn out. What do you think? Absolutely love this game. One of my favourites, to be honest. Turmoil! Strange because it took me a long time to be able to get quite good at it because it was a little bit random with the Arabs. Couldn't be politically correct because I called them cheating Arabs because that's what they are in this game. Bug Bite Software, £6.95. David Turner, and you've got a lot to answer for, young man. You ruined my childhood. 48k machine code. Use of computers 84%, graphics 90%, playability 91%, getting started 89%, addictive qualities 95%, I totally agree with that one, and value for money 91%. Overall rating then 90%. Looking at that loading screen is exactly what you're going to get in the game. And I think the music for Brick Night Night, shall we say, in the background is going to be appropriate to this game. That's why I've chosen it, because yeah, it has that level of frustration that really brings you to great gaming experience. Love the Bug Bite Software Bug, which you don't see very often anymore. I used to like the Ultimate one and Elite and Ocean, but that one was pretty unique in itself. Loading screens for software houses. Their little emblems were quite inventive, and that one was just brilliantly done. Bug Bite Software. I'm not sure with a car with that amount of smoke coming out the rear end of it would actually pass an MOT over in England, UK, but yeah. For a list of the game, let's get on to play it then. I do remember the keys were quite awkward. There he is! His name, David Turner. You can have trading mode or you can just play it. Shows you the screens. I need to remember the keys, and I think it's Emerald Space. Anyway, I want to play it now. I'm going to have to turn off the AY music while we play. S to start. So we click the oil, turn the music down just a touch. Once we get the oil, we've got to sort of time the spring jump so as you land perfectly on there. You need to collect your oil droplets. I've had to place that there in case he decides that he wants to come up the ladder, because if he does, he's going to slip on the oil and he's going to take a bit of a beating. Well, that's the plan. Right, once you've got your oil full, it helps to get rid of one of these, I think. I think they knew what I was up to. Right. Oh, of course you would go up there. Yeah, you can have some of that. I've got to get my oil droplet back now. First few oil drops in. Always keep a couple back. I should get off the first level quite well. And the fact that they haven't made it up here. You can get extra points if you put your bucket down and you take, say, the hammer to the entrance of the garage. Eventually, though, if you stay on the screen too long, these baddies, shall we say, will become free rather than two, and then it becomes a lot more difficult. The first screen really is just an introductory screen. It's not too difficult. There isn't that much bad randomness. Talk about free. Here we go. The free AMIGAs are here, and I've dispensed with one pretty quickly indeed. Hopefully we'll dispense with this other one as well. I only need 2 more droplets. And my mini is made. Great graphics, great sprite. You don't have to be pixel perfect to go up the ladder. That's what I like about this game. You can see how I'm going up the side of the ladder. Some games take it to ridiculous degrees. This is probably easier. B is easier than the first level. I always find, because you virtually start where the bucket is and you're up there almost immediately. However, don't take anything for granted. Always drop a couple of extra. There we go. Mistake I made earlier as well is when I dropped the oil there, and then I've got to go back up that way. You need to get right on the edge. Just press up. Eventually, you'll catch the rope swing. If you don't, you've got to try it all over again. You got to get on that rope swing before they get to you, of course. Get in! Oh, come on, that was close enough, surely. Yes, there we go. I should clear the speed level quite comfortably. The beeper music, which was also in Manic Miner, it's a sort of copy of Manic Miner in a way, is repetitive. Does get on your nerves after a while, but you can switch it off. I think it's enter as a key, or enter will switch it back on. Now the beeper noise is gone, we can complete the level and move on to screen number 3. I should try and get the screwdriver and hammer and take him to the garage for the extra points. Once again, level C, you should have no problems really getting through the first few screens. That's when your nightmares begin. It's just after that. Oh, will you take a look at that? I thought he was going to make it over there and block me. Have I got a drop left? No. Got to time it for the platform going in and across. There we go. I could be here all day playing this, so I better drop a few extra drops just to clear off a few baddies. And we'll get to the end of this level and then we'll tell you what I think of the game. But I think you already know what I think of the game. Ooh. Great game. I thought it was brilliant. I loved it back then. I love it now. Still go back and play this one quite regular. There's such a great variation of levels and a great variation of the style of levels. There becomes, including elevators as you get further on. I love the fact the conveyor belt. I've got to show you the conveyor belt because that's fun as well. It can be quite difficult, this level, to be honest, because sometimes if you haven't got enough of these drops in there, they start to head down your way. There we go. What I've got to do here is I've got to just get those drops on that. And I don't think I've left myself one to block them off, have I? No. That's just as well, really. That is a mistake. It's a mistake that hasn't turned into being a mistake now. That could be a mistake, though. Oh, didn't mean to drop that. Didn't mean to do that either. How many droplets do I need? Yeah, absolutely. I think it deserves its Crash Smash. It's a great game. I love the cars. I like trying to get as far as I can to see what the next car is. That is the addiction of the game. There aren't that many different cars, but there are enough to keep you going to get through a certain amount of levels before you change of car. Great game. That one, always go back and play. Hey, Emo, come on. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, hell. Looks like I'm on my own then. Asteroids, a great arcade conversion by Alan Turvey, and of course Midnight Brew. I've got a big poster up there with them. First thing, you look at the loading screen. I know we know what the game Asteroids is all about, but when you're presented with a loading screen like that, so well done, beautifully done. Not an ounce of colour crash in it. Everything's well placed, and it's just beautiful. It's just brilliant. You've got to have a good graphic eye in order to do stuff like that, and I think he certainly has pulled that off quite well. Alan's gave me this game to test. It's an updated version of it, based on, of course, the arcade game Asteroids. We're going to hopefully use the joystick here. Press fire to start. From 2. Oh, straight away I'm dead. One of these keys should thrust, shouldn't it? That's it. Forgot which one's to thrust. Still working action, I think. But what you can hear is AY tune. If I turn it down, I'm going to see if we can use the keys actually. No, I don't know what the keys are. I don't know what the keys are. Press fire to start. You've got all the original sounds of the... I got it. Yeah. I can press a certain key and this and just disappear and appear elsewhere. Oh, come on in. Got ya. Your buttons go out on one side of the screen and the other, but I'm absolutely rubbish at it. Yes, you've got AY sounds for the effects. Now, it's a 48K game. However, if you've got the ZXAY adaptation, you can enjoy the AY music of this game, and it's all fairly working action. Yes, to redefine the keys. I love that. I absolutely love it when you can redefine the keys of a game. And I've probably just messed them keys up, but who cares? Yeah, there you go. You can change the colour. That's better. Forgot about that. Yeah, you can change the colour. It's got AY sound, so I can make it a bit brighter. So we play it a bit brighter. Let's redefine the keys again, because I messed them up. So right, left, thrust, and hyper, and fire. Okay, and then we need to just press start. That's it. Oh wow, the control has got a real momentum drift to it. Oh, that was a bit of an unfair start though, wasn't it? Have a word with yourself, Alan. Yeah, could do with a bit of a kind muncher that would have been, wouldn't it? Oh, I've got to get that ship. Got it. I think I'm doing the game justice now. I wasn't just, but I'm doing it justice now. You can see it more clearly. What do I think of the game? Well, it's an Asteroids game. So it's exactly what you should get from the Atari arcade. It's got great sound effects, which is also available, as I mentioned just, on the normal 48K Spectrum, if you've got the ZXAY. Other than that, I think it plays really well. Is it true to the original arcade port? Wireframe vector-based graphics the original would have been. I don't think it's far off. Playable wise, I like it. Yeah, I'm never getting my name on that high school sheet or whatever. Is it a high school sheet or is it just an honours sheet? Yes, I think it's a great game. It's definitely an 8 out of 10. It does exactly what it says on the tin. But that's not the only game we got from Alan, because he's got another one that I don't think has been put on the Spectrum before, of another arcade conversion I'm about to look at. Have a look at the game for the sample pay. And for those that don't, have I got a way of showing you my stuff? Yeah, I have actually. Why not show you my stuff? Let's have a look, shall we? Am I on there? No? Okay. Capture. There it is. El Sam Coupe, which we're about to play. I didn't think I could do that, but I did it, so anyway. Game we're going to play. By the way, you can probably hear the next game. Great game that's coming out. I'm looking forward to buying this one in the background. Can you name the game? I bet one or two of you already know what it is. So to boot, we press F9. And of course I'm going to need to turn that down now. And my daily classic. Can you tell what it is yet? Lemmings. I've never played this on the Sam because I've got the disc. I don't know how well that sound's going to come through. Well, I see, very green. Emo, do you want to come off your skateboard? Emo? No, come off home station. He's not listening. Let's give it a go. Oh, that's great. A little snoozing and you wake him up. Usually with these sort of games, the first few levels are fairly easy. Lemmings gets more and more complicated. I do happen to know Mark Fix's Stuff's favourite game, apparently. Problem is with the Sam, I have to wait for it to load. It takes ages. And it's on disc as well. Okay. Hurry up and load. I want to play the game now. I want to get this problem with the Amiga. Well, I hope not. Touch wood. Right, here we go. You've got to select, I've got to select diggers, haven't I? Because if you scroll across the screen will continuously scroll until you move the cursor in the right place. First level's fairly easy, so we'll do it in no time. Oh, I've missed one. Missed two. How many got left? Doesn't really matter, does it? Ah, could teach you. That's it. Some of them are going in the wrong direction and they're going to have to go all the way up here. I don't want to start another one digging now because they'll dig through the floor and I'll lose one of my lemmings, but they're all going to make it to the exit pretty okay. So I've done a real good job here. I am the lemming saviour. What a great game, don't you think? Ah, yes. Come on then, get out the door. I'm impressed really with the Sam Coupe because I won the at Redcon recently. I'd played Manic Miner on it on the Sam Coupe. There was a competition to win the highest score. Of course, I won. It's just how cool I am. Well, don't you agree? Oh, don't blame you. Yeah, I got further than anybody else, but I didn't think anyone was going to touch my ability on that, even though I'd never played it before in the Sam Coupe. It's a Manic Miner, it's the same game wherever you play it. Good thing is it gives you the code level so you can continue. We'll only go through 2 levels, 3 levels maybe, give it a bit of a good blast of a play. You've got a certain amount of time. This one I'm afraid they're going to take a big drop, so all I've got to do is provide them with the umbrella, which is at the bottom. As you get further on with the Lemmings game, of course. Different tune. We'll have a look at the level, but we'll stop there. You can see the exits there. And this is fairly simple because all you need to do really is stay in this place with the cross. As I say, it just really introduces you to the game mechanic, these first 5 levels, and then it begins to be a little bit more complicated when you have to select more than one thing. For instance, you'll need blockers, diggers, umbrellas, wall climbers, bridge builders even. It's easy for me to say. Well, they're all going to go out there fairly easy. We can go and scroll to the end of the level, which is nice bit of graphics. Looks gold in colour, doesn't it? I must admit, the Sam Coupe has got a great colour palette, and I can see why they're quite a sought-after machine. Miles Gordon technology came about a bit late in its life to be any real challenge to the Amiga. If it came out when it was first due to come out, then maybe it would have sold a heck of a lot more. But that's my take on it. I'm just glad to have owned one and get to play games like this. Please wait. Okay. Last level then, we'll move on to the last game of the day, which is for the Amiga. So we're going to go from Coupe to Amiga. I don't think we'll have time to throw in the Commodore game that I wanted to look at, but there's always the next episode of Retro Robins for that. What do I do on this level 3? Did my daily do it for this one? Oh, this one's fairly easy. We got to have a blocker, a stopper even. Get up there quickly to stop them falling off. Yeah, because you don't want them to fall too far. We don't need to put any other stoppers in, do we? We can just do it here. They should all go in the direction they're walking. The brutal thing about this game is, unfortunately, you have to sacrifice the ones that are doing that. You know, you have to detonate them. There we go. Try and get them nice and close so they don't go too far. I don't think there's any. Oh yeah, there is a gap here. So while they're, is there anyone marching there? We get the first one. We'll stop him here. We'll get this level over pretty quickly. Come on, Mr. Lemming. Right, that's that done really. All we got to do now is wait for all of those to get down to the bottom. There's not much to the level. That is the end of that, and that is the end of this. And you can see they're all taking a dive over the. They look like they're jumping, don't they? Through it. I want to get them all in screen because what I have to do next is brutal. You can't rescue, you have to sacrifice some lemmings in order to save the majority. Fairly easy, plenty of time on this time limit. You don't see the true capabilities, do you, of the Sam Coupe with this game, but believe me, it's not bad at all. Well, I'm going to pause it there because if we don't, we'll be here forever. So I've just fast forwarded ahead a little bit. We've got 78% of them saved. This third screen, you've got so many you have to get down there to save. It takes a little while. You've got time to go and make yourself a cup of tea and a piece of toast. And then, as you can see, I've already got it covered. What can we do to save viewers? Well, you can't. You just have to do that. They all begin a bit of a countdown and then they detonate and die, which I think is brutal. I feel guilty. I'm about to sacrifice 5 lemmings. But that's the minimum number you need to. I know how you feel, lemmings. I feel like that most days. How brutal is that? Brutal indeed. Emo, can you do that? Can you detonate? Nice victory tune! You rescued 90%. You needed 10. That's okay. You got a percentage you needed. One more go. Yeah, there you go. You've got your reference code. Final game. and then we'll move on to the... in fact, I think we'll move on anyways. Yeah, let's move on to something from the Amiga. I'm going to be playing on the 1200, but the game is also playable on the 500. Coming on Amiga, what game have we got for this? Well, I've just been given this disc here, and I'm going to put it in right now, and hopefully we're going to have the first Amiga game ever played on the Retro Robin Show by me. I've got everything set up ready. And of course the Amiga loading by disc, and I am using actual discs. I'm using real hardware. I've probably already showed you this, but we're going to play this game, which is supposed to be an accurate version of Galactions. An arcade accurate version of Galactions, and as you can see, everything's starting to be, well, pretty good, but will the sound live up to what it should be? So let's give this game a go. By pressing up and down you can fire, you can select your credit. If you press up on the joystick it's 1 player, and if you press down on the joystick it's 2 player. We've got all the great sounds. Now, I've never been a fan of various conversions, but it's got a lot to live up to. It's like a full screen, isn't it? What a fantastic game. The first game I've played for the Amiga, and there are more coming. We're going to do more Commodore Amiga stuff for all those that love the Amiga out there. I'm still new to the Amiga, I really am. However, thought we'd start off with something a little bit more basic, a bit more playable. And I never seem to be able to set the high score. I do like shooting them out of the sky when they're coming down though. Oh, what a great explosion. Well, I've played the arcade a lot, and I've got to be honest, this is as accurate as you're going to get. It's a great arcade version for the Amiga, and just like the arcade version, it's got the right width on the screen, and just like the arcade version, it's eating my credits. But I am not going to get out of here without clearing at least one screen. Oh look! How are you supposed to survive? Oh, they got him for me. Have I got any left? No. I'm sorry, I'm having another go. I've got to clear a screen, so we could be here a while. Did I have the chance to? Haha! Oh, hell, I hate this game. It's not funny. You know, if I wasn't actually doing a video, it'd probably be quite good. Honestly, I probably would. Ooh, how did I survive that? Oh, skill and ability. Gotta watch that big attack wave at the end, haven't I? Where they all come down at the same time. Oh, I'm done for. Yeah. Amiga fun from Retro Robins. And with that said, let's end today's show. Well, that took some coming in, didn't it? Well, for my first game on the Amiga on the Retro Robin Show, I did beat something a bit basic. Well, however, it was thanks to Brett that I have that game in the first place. When he came round the other day, he brought 2 discs with him. Unfortunately, the one disc didn't work. I wanted to show you that one more so than this one, but I thought I'd show you this one as a teaser for what we are able to watch and upcoming things on the Retro Robin Show will be more Amiga stuff, more Commodore stuff, more BBC Micro stuff, including, shall we say, Oryx stuff. We're going to be including TI-99. In fact, we're going to throw every computer in there, including the Sam Coupe. All of it played on original hardware. No emulation, no simulation, no running off a computer. You're going to see actual gameplay from the actual machine, from actually me being rubbish at them. As always, I do hope you've enjoyed today's show with everything that I've put in there, and hopefully we've hit a bit of that bug of nostalgia for you. Big thank you as always to the people behind the show, to Fusion Retro Books, and thanks to him of course, does a lot for me behind the scene. Don't forget to Zap soon and Crash Live, all happening in Kenilworth. Date and description I'll put in the comments, shall we say, and keep you informed. The tickets are going to be selling out really fast. That is going to be a great event. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, depending on when you watch this, from me, Wayne, and Emo, have a nice working week or weekend, and I'll see you again soon on the next Retro Robin Show. So, darling, or is it bye for now? Oh, well, whatever he said. Take care all. See you again soon.